Hi, Assalamualaikum. So today I'm going to present the Thesis Defense. So my title is The Impact of Footwear Cushioning Properties on Learning Kinematics Among Major Professional Soccer Players. So first of all, my name is Noor El Aini binti Raizan and my supervisor is Dr. Shariman Ismadi Ismail. Introduction. The first one is the background of the study. So the first one is background of soccer. So soccer basically has a massive global fan base. It is one of the popular sports worldwide. So these sports involve dynamic movement, high intensity action, and frequent changes in direction. And it also demanding agility and quick decision making. What is the relevance of footwear cushioning in soccer? Soccer footwear is crucial for a player's performance injury prevention. Okay, we move on to the next point, which is potential impact on landing kinematics. So, footwear properties, particularly insole types, which influence a player's landing kinematic. Okay, this include knee flexion and ankle dorsiflexion angle during activities like jumping. And then the next one is the independent variable, which is landing kinematics. So, the study examines landing kinematics specifically knee and ankle angles during soccer activities. So just now we spoke about independent variable. So now dependent variable, which is professional soccer players in Malaysia. So this study also focused on professional soccer players in Malaysia as the dependent variable. So their participation ensures that the research finding are relevant to the target population. What is the relationship between these two independent and dependent variables? So the research examines how different ISO influence the learning kinematics of professional soccer players in Malaysia by investigating on the impact of the standard and height cushioning insoles on knee and ankle angles. So for problem statement, we have two here, which is the first one is professional soccer players in Malaysia. So right now we face an increased risk of lower extremity injuries due to the physically demanding nature of the sport. The next one is footwear impact on performance and injury prevention. So despite recognizing the crucial role of footwear, there is a significant gap in understanding how specific insoles, especially the standard and height cushioning insole. So this insole influence the learning kinematics among these athletes. For research question, there's two questions that I stated here, which is, are there any differences in the knee flexion angle kinematics when landing with different footwear cushioning? And the other one, are there any difference in the ankle dorsiflexion angle kinematics when landing with different footwear cushioning? My research objective is to identify differences in knee flexion angle kinematics when landing with two types of different footwear cushioning and to compare the differences in ankle dorsiflexion angle kinematics when landing with two types of different footwear cushioning. For hypothesis, there is no difference in knee flexion angle kinematics when using different footwear cushioning, and there is no differences in ankle dorsiflexion angle kinematics when using different footwear cushioning. But there's also another hypothesis, which is there is differences in knee flexion angle kinematics when using different footwear cushioning, and there is differences in ankle dorsiflexion angle kinematics when using different footwear cushioning. Next slide, which is the significance of study. This is the main point, performance optimization through footwear customization. Tailoring footwear to the biomechanical needs of Malaysian soccer players can significantly enhance their performance. This study by Hewitt et al. 2005 emphasized the importance of biomechanical measures and neuromuscular control in predicting the lower limb injury. So by investigating the impact of insole on knee and ankle angles during landing, this research also provides valuable insights for optimizing footwear choices and subsequently improving overall athletic performance. For the limitation, we needed male professional soccer players that played in Malaysian Football League, for example M3, M4, Super League, and others. and the age range is between 18 years old to 25 years old, and the shoe size is between 41 to 44 euro. And for limitation, there's only specific boot for soccer, and ethical consideration of participant discomfort and time constraints may also impact my responses. There's three assumptions, which is the first one, benefits for soccer players. All participants are healthy and fit. All instruments are valid for testing. For operational terms, the first one is kinematics. Kinematics is the measurement of joint motion during landing phase, specifically focusing on knee flexion and ankle dorsiflexion angles. Next one is the insole. Insole is a removable foot bed inside a shoe. There's two types. The first one is standard, and another one is hard cushioning, which is investigated for their impact on landing kinematics. The next one is knee flexion. The angle is the angle formed between the thigh and lower leg during the landing phase of a drop jump. So this indicating the extent of the knee bending. Knee bending. The next one is ankle dorsiflexion. Ankle dorsiflexion is the angle formed between the foot and shin during the landing phase of a drop jump and measuring upward flexion of the foot towards the shin. Next one is plantar flexion, the downward movement of the foot and ankle joint, which considered in relation to ankle movement during the landing phase of a drop jump. Move on to the second chapter, which is literature review. Okay. So for literature review, I've chose 3 related literature with my research title. So the title is the first one, lower extremity injury rates increased with the dominance of the non-dominant leg in soccer players. So here the method design is systematic review and meta-analysis, participants, male soccer players, variables, lower extremity injury rates, and leg dominance. So the findings of this literature is the study revealed a statistically significant association between the dominance and the non-dominant leg and increased lower extremity injury rate in male soccer players. So the findings underscored the importance of considering leg dominance in injury prevention strategies and highlighted the need for targeted intervention for the non-dominant leg. The second literature review title is Biomechanical Analysis of Drop Jump Landing, Influence of the Landing Technique on Knee and Ankle Injuries. The findings of this study is it identified biomechanical measures related to neuromuscular control and valgus loading during drop jump landing. These measures were found to be predictive of anterior cruciate ligament ACL injury risk in female athletes. So the research emphasized the importance of proper landing technique and neuromuscular control in reducing the risk of knee injuries, particularly ACL injuries in athletes. The last one is the influence of ankle dorsiflexion and knee flexion angles on landing mechanics. So findings of this study is it investigated the influence of ankle dorsiflexion range of motion on landing biomechanics. It also found that variation in ankle dorsiflexion and knee flexion angles significantly affected landing mechanics. So specifically, it reduced the ankle dorsiflexion range was associated with altered landing mechanics. So move on to the chapter 3, which is methodology. So methodology employed in this research is designed to systematically investigate the impact of different insoles on landing kinematics among professional soccer players in Asia. For research design, IV is landing kinematics, DV is the types of footwear cushioning properties. So the population is Malaysian professional soccer players that play in any league of football. Malaysian professional soccer players that play in any league of Malaysian football league. For example, M3, Super League, and so on. Okay, and the participants that I've been needed is 27, based on the G power system that I use. So the inclusion, the first one is professional soccer players, absence of current lower extremity injuries. So what does it mean by absence of current lower extremity injuries? Is the participant that I've been needed must not have any injury or past injuries less than 6 months. Exclusion. The first one is non-professional soccer players. Okay, why? The reason why I chose professional soccer players over non-professional is because I believe that professional soccer players is more experienced on their landing technique, on their jumping technique. So I think with choosing professional soccer players, I can get better results. For instrumentation, the first thing I need is high-speed digital camera. To be specified, Canon EXZ-R80850. Okay, this camera will be provided in our lab. And then there's specify the frame rate and resolution setting at 249 FPS. Next one is jump box, which is this jump box is 50 centimeter high. Okay. And then the next one is shoe and two different insoles. So the boots that I will be using is from Decathlon brand Keepstar. So there's 2 types of soles, which is the first one is standard and the other one is height cushioning insoles. And the other one is Kinovia. This one is computer software. The last one is data collection. So the first one we will be give them consent form and 2021 part Q form first, and then we proceed with the warm up section, just the light warm up section, and then we start to do the double leg drop. We land from 50 centimeters height box with two trials in two different footwear insoles. Okay. The next step, this joint kinematics will be recorded using the high speed camera, which will be positioned at non-dominant leg side. Okay, we chose non-dominant, and each participant will conduct randomized trial, alternately changing two insole with three trials. The last one, we just scroll down. Okay, I provide you the picture of the landing situation, which is the third one, and the fourth one, there is the camera on the side. So this is how it will look like on the experimental.